What's going on, Beamer fans? Welcome back to Beamer View. Today we're going to be going over how to set up BMW shortcuts. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, Beamer View, what we do here is teach you everything there is to know about these vehicles. We go over every hidden tip, trick, and feature in these vehicles. So if you want to learn everything there is to know about your BMW, subscribe to the channel because we put out content every single week. Before we get started, we did want to mention that we are in a super cool BMW X7. If you needed some car mats for your BMW, feel free to check out the links right down below. We do have links that go to the X5 car mats, the X7 car mats, and even the X3. So definitely check that out. These are sold and shipped through Amazon, so you'll be getting that really good experience. And also, if you needed a BMW key fob cover, we also have our own store that you can go to by clicking on these links right down below. Keep in mind, right now everything is quite sold out at the making of this video, but our inventory is going to be replenished in the next coming week or so. So definitely check that out at the end of the video. Now let's go ahead and get started. If you have one of the newer BMWs with either iDrive 8.5, iDrive 8, or even iDrive 9, you're going to have this really cool white tab that is hidden right up here. If you drag that down, you're going to see that you can set up shortcuts that go to almost any single feature or app within the BMW. Before, BMW did have their really cool presets that were located right down here. The numbers 1 through 8 presets, or shortcut keys, or even memory keys that you can customize into almost any different shortcut within the vehicle. They have the same feature, but it's located within that white tab as I mentioned before. Just drag that down and then you're going to see your shortcuts here. The mass majority of all the BMW owners are still not aware of this, so hence why we're doing another video on this to make sure that everyone is using this, because it is going to make your life a lot more easy if you were to just set up your favorite radio stations or even your home address or even your favorite Apple CarPlay app right in these boxes here. So for today's video, we're going to be setting up some shortcuts, and I will demonstrate to you all how to do that and what different types you can do, and what I think is going to be the best ones that you could set up in your vehicle so you can have a better BMW experience. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Let's just say, for example, we want to program our work address or even our home address. Let's just say, for example, if you wanted to do that, what you would do is you want to go into your navigation right over here, and then if you were to go to where it says My Destinations, you can see where your home address is, your work address is, and all you would have to do is just either click and hold on whichever one to save it as a shortcut. For today's video, we are at BMW Sudbury, so we're just gonna pre-program that. And what we can do is just add the shortcut right over here. And then once you do that, you can see that our address just got programmed right over there. Now let's just say, for example, if we were in any menu within the vehicle, we would always have access to this white line here. So just drag that down, and then all you have to do is just click on this. And then before you know it,
immediately turn right.
And then before you know it, you're already on your way to get to that address. So that is one of the cool ways you can do that. Now let's just say, for example, if we want to do it for a Sirius XM station, we can also do that as well. If you click on the musical note here, it's going to bring it to your music. If you were to click and hold it, you can see that it brings up either the Apple CarPlay music, AM radio, FM radio, Sirius radio. Once you get to your FM radio stations, all you would have to do is just click and hold on your favorite one. And then again, you can see add to shortcuts listed right over here. Click on that, and now it is saved in the number 2 spot. So yes, you could do that for radio stations as well, Sirius stations, anything you want. Now we have 2 of them already up. Now another one of my favorites that I love to do is going to be some GPS maps that are in my Apple CarPlay. So I'm going to click on this little setting icon right here with the 4 squares. If you go into that, you're going to see a mix of all the apps that are in your vehicle and a lot of the apps that you can find in Apple CarPlay. One of my favorites that I know right off the bat is going to be Waze. So if I go all the way down, I can see Waze located right here. Let's just go ahead and add that to a shortcut. We're going to add that into the number 3 spot, and then we can also see Spotify here. We're also going to add Spotify into a shortcut as well. So now you can see we already have 4. And again, you can mix and match these to almost whatever you want. Now, if your vehicle has gesture control, which a good way to tell is going to be with this little sensor right over here. If your vehicle has gesture control, then that means that you can do some cool things like the magical finger wand thing where you can turn up and down the volume. You can actually program a couple gestures to be a shortcut as well. So let me demonstrate what I mean. So say, for example, we have YouTube music located right here. If I click and hold that, you can see that is giving me the option to add a gesture shortcut. Now what does that mean? If I click on that, then that means that I could set up a shortcut where I could do a hand movement like that or like that, and then that would bring up YouTube music right on the screen. We have our first gesture here that we can customize to be that shortcut. If I click on that, you can see now that that shortcut is not only here, but we also have the option to do a hand gesture right over here to get that shortcut to pop up. This is super convenient because you could just be driving, and then all you would have to do is a 2-finger point, just like this. And then you can see that it just brought up my YouTube music. So that is how you can set up gestures. There are 2 of them. So we already did one. Let's just try out the other one too, just so we can see what they are. For the next one, we could do our parking menu button, which is right here. So if I click and hold that, we're just gonna use the other gesture as well. So let's add gesture shortcut here. And let's do the show me 505 fingers. Sounds really complicated, but I'll show you how it's done. So now we have that set up, as you can see. Now the way that this gesture works is gonna be one of these. And then you can see that as soon as I did that, it just brought up this parking assistance screen. Don't mind my parking right now, it is pretty bad. And the only reason I did that was so that there was no glare on the screen. So I'm not that bad at parking, just letting you guys know. So yes, that 505 shortcut that I just did just brought up the parking screen. So that was just another example for what you could do for the shortcuts menu. Also keep in mind, if you wanted the shortcuts menu to pop up more easy, so instead of you having to pull down on this white line here, all you could do is just use the controller here and just push up from the bottom, and then you could just use your controller to just go to whichever shortcut you want to. That is probably going to be a more easy way to use this menu, so definitely take advantage of that. Another one you could do is going to be for climate control. Now, in our last video, we did state that you could just use your voice command to control the climate, but say for example, you don't want to do that, and you just want to control your climate control just from this controller here. What you could do is set up your climate control to be a shortcut as well. So let's just find climate control here, and we can see climate control located right here. So let's just go ahead and add that as a shortcut. Add the shortcuts, and now we have that as our second to last one. So now let's just say, for example, if you were driving and you didn't want to use your voice, or you didn't want to take your attention too far away from the road and go through here to get your climate control and adjust the temperature and stuff, all you would have to do now is just click up on the controller. You can see climate control located right here. Click on that, and then now you can use your controller here to just go through your climate control and adjust whatever you need. And last but not least, a few others you can do for, say for example, either turning on and off the head-up display, or even your voice instructions whenever you're using the BMW GPS. You could do minor things like that too. So let's just say, for example, if we had displays here, and then you can see our head-up display menu is right over here. Say for example, sometimes you want your head-up display on, sometimes you don't. So this may be another good shortcut for you, because this gives you the option to control it. If you click and hold on head-up display, you can see that you can add that as a shortcut too. So even small things like that, not only apps, but you can also set up on and off switches to be a shortcut as well. So let's just say, for example, we have our head-up display on, as you can see right over there. If we wanted that off, say for example, if it was just too much in the way, or if we were wearing polarized glasses and there's no need for a head-up display, all you would have to do is just drag this down and then just click on head-up display. You can see that the white line there just went off, and now our head-up display is gone. But let's just say, for example, you wanted to turn it back on. Let's use our controller this time. You can go up like that, go all the way over to head-up display, and just click on it, and then you can see that our head-up display is going to be back on again, right over there. Keep in mind, you can use your voice command to just do that too, which is probably going to be more easy, but you could use your shortcut to control that too. Also, say for example, if you had, say you were using the BMW GPS here, you can see voice instructions right over here, or spoken instructions I should say. That you can program to be a on and off switch too. You can see added shortcuts there. So if you wanted that to be a option, you can do that too. Let's just go ahead and replace that, and now you can see that I now have a shortcut to control that as an on and off switch too. So yes, everyone, make sure you are using shortcuts. This is a super cool tool that so many people do not know about yet, but I do feel that we can all benefit from using these shortcuts to set up your favorite shortcuts to get to wherever you want to go, instead of you having to go dig through the system to get to something that you find yourself controlling a lot, such as turning on and off the head-up display or things like that. You can set up shortcuts for almost any different thing that you could hold your finger on, so keep that in mind. Let's just say, for example, even things like mobile devices, you can set that up as a shortcut. So if you and your significant other were to switch your phones a lot as the primary phone, you could just set that up to get there quickly. Or even say, for example, if you were to go into settings here, a lot of these you could set up as a shortcut too. Let's just say, for example, you like to adjust your sound and frequency a lot. You can set that up as a shortcut too, because let's just go and replace that. And then now you just go like that, and then now you would have a shortcut that lets you adjust your sound settings. So if you are somebody who tends to play with the equalizer a whole lot. You just set that up as a shortcut, and then you don't have to go digging through your screen. You now have that just right there. So yes, you can all see what I mean as to why this is such an important feature to use in order to save time and make things a lot more convenient within the vehicle. Definitely take advantage of that. If you all had any questions, write them down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to this channel. We'll be putting out content every single week, as mentioned before. Check out the BMW floor mats, check out the BMW key fob covers. The links for those are right down below. Thank you all for watching. If you had any questions, write them down below. I am trying to catch up to every single one, so I will get back to you eventually. Take care, have a great day, and I will see you all for the next one.